ahead, ready? 10 Lobo.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Looking to throw on second down. Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Operating from the gun. Thomas looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Watch the safety creep. Check 3, check 3.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They start on the ground with Geis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a toss. This is Geis. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Okay, break. Look against the mic. I got you. I got you. Go.
Thomas on 3rd and 2. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Thomas looking to throw on 2nd down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Thomas. Throwing right, and that's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check. Show him that. X3. 218. Chopper.
Out of the gun, Geis. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Geis. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 10 3-yard score after 1 here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Check 9, check 9.
Slam.
This is Cohen, and an alley to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Off the play fake. Fields. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Cohen. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a give, right side. Joseph. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
59 Mike, check, 59.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
No.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run with Geis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 30.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the pass. Echo. Check 45.
Off play action. Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Pick up the ball. 59.
Throwing on first down. Fields. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They run. This is Cohen. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
45, Mike, 45.
Get that quarterback.
On 4th down, Fields. Got some real estate inside the 30. Jordan Reed has it. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. On first down, Cohen. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Kill.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, Fields steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the Falcons' 10-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Joseph. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
He wasn't ready.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
27-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 20. Five at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 23-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Check, 59. Watch the run. They're running it. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Man, I got you.
Throwing on third and long. Fields. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 37. Check 37. Let's go. Drive on.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Orbit.
Back to throw. Fields. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try again with Cohen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Off the play fake. Fields. And it's caught. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
It's third and goal.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Even. 4 down. Even. Go. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Pick it up. Mike's 59.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Geis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
60 outlaw.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Looking to throw. Thomas. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Columbus. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. To throw is Thomas. Throwing on 4th down. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cohen. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. On first down, Fields. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
On the double.
58, come on. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Tighten up. You draw quarters. Snap.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Back to throw. Thomas. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Squeeze.
Check back.
On fourth down, Thomas. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. To throw on second down, Fields. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check 13. Check. Go.
Thomas now off the play fake. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now Thomas on 3rd and 2. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jordan Reed there to make the grab. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Looking to throw. Fields. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Greystone, travel.
Throw left side complete. That's Robertson. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And Charles